Hi again, it's Ray Edwards. I'm back with a third video on my own YouTube channel. So far, nobody has discouraged me from doing this. I'm going to keep doing it. In fact, I'm getting some positive feedback. So do let me know if these are valuable. I don't want to waste your time or mine if you're not finding value in them. So let me know. And if you like them, then share them, comment, etc., etc., etc. Today, I want to talk to you about why even bother starting an online business, or how do you do it? What are the components of starting an online business? Because there are lots of people who have figured out, okay, people are making money on the internet and I don't know how. How are they doing that? And I want to try to simplify this and break it down for you. It really comes in three parts. If you have had the desire or the thought or the idea that maybe I could take some of the things that I know, some of my life experiences, my expertise, my wisdom, the things that I've learned, the skills that I have, or maybe even tell my story. If you have a story of triumph over tragedy or something like that, and you want to share it with people and inspire people and motivate them and help them through that dark time as well. How do you do that? Well, I think there's three big phases to this that will help simplify it and break it down for you and make it seem more possible to you. And they are as follows. First of all, you need to package your passion. What I mean by that is figure out what it is that you're passionate about that other people are interested in buying. So you might be passionate about things that people have no interest in buying or paying money for. So that is not going to be a viable business for you. So there are steps that go beyond what's in this video to find out whether or not your passion is viable as a business opportunity. But one way you can do it is just do a Google search. Are other people selling something similar? If they are, don't be discouraged. Don't think, oh, there's lots of competition. I can't do that. Celebrate, because that means that people are interested in this thing, whatever this thing is. And if they're interested, if other people are selling it, that's good news for you, because that means there are customers out there. And don't think just because somebody else is doing it that you're out of the picture. Think about this. Does the world need another diet book? No, we have plenty of them. We've covered, I think, all the possibilities. But why do we keep having new diet books every year? Every month, in fact. Why? Because people are always looking for a new voice that speaks to them in a way that will motivate them to change their eating and change their health. They're always looking for something new. And there are people who are looking for your voice, they just don't know it yet. If you don't put it out there, it'll never be discovered. So find something you're passionate about that people are already selling, and that's a place you can go and know that you can package that passion into products and you can make money as a business. That leads to step number two. So step number one was package your passion. Step number two is promote your products. Once you've packaged your knowledge, your wisdom, your experience, your advice, whatever it is, your software into a product, a digital product. Now, we won't get into the details of that now, but say it's a text file, or it's an ebook, or it's a series of videos, or something downloadable, or something that you have hidden behind a password and people pay to get access to. That's a product. How do you promote that so that people buy it? Well, you can do it quite easily by producing content on your blog. Like I have a blog at rayedwards.com. You're probably watching this video on that blog. If not, then go over and check out my blog. I have lots of free articles, free resources. I've got a podcast that I produce every single week at that blog. And because I produce all this content that is helpful, people begin to read it. They subscribe. They sign up for my email list. They share it with their friends, and my list grows and grows. And just like you, I started with no list at all. So don't worry if you say, Ray, I have no list. I have no blog. That's all doable. There are ways to do it. You can find out about it. We have free resources available at rayedwards.com that'll tell you how to do that. But just trust me on this. You first start building an audience, a tribe, if you will, people that you're serving, and then you can promote the products that you made in step one to those people. And the third part of that is, as you do that and you begin to sell more and more product and you become more and more profitable, I want you to remember that the third phase is probably the most important. And that is, you want to prosper, yes, but you want to prosper with purpose. Now, for those of us who grew up with limited financial means, our first purpose is we want some dang money because we grew up poor and we don't want to stay that way and we want to have the things we didn't have as a child. Maybe that's your story. Or maybe your story is you had lots of things as a child, but you didn't earn any of it and you want to prove that you can earn it on your own. I don't know what your story is, but I know that one thing is for sure. What you're after is not really little stacks of green paper with pictures of dead presidents on it. That's not what's going to bring you happiness. What's going to bring you happiness is a purpose that, yes, you want to have the needs fulfilled that you have in your life for you and your family. Yes, you want to have financial security. There's nothing wrong with that. And yes, I think most of us want to have nice things. We want to have a nice house, want to have nice cars to drive, be able to take nice vacations, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not making you wrong if you want those things. And heck, if you want 5 Ferraris, that's okay with me. I don't have any problem with that either. That's not my style, but it might be yours. And if it is, go for it, my friend. But beyond that, I believe that we're not truly fulfilled until we're we're fulfilling a purpose. There's a bigger meaning to life. And maybe for you, it's helping the homeless, or maybe it's feeding the hungry, or maybe it's just working with kids in school to make sure they get the proper education. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's helping get clean water to people all over the globe. Perhaps it's helping educate people about their health. It could be so many different things. Working in your church, volunteering in missions work, volunteering in charities around your city or around the world. Whatever the case may be, I'm telling you that when you prosper, you're not going to be fulfilled until you find a purpose to channel that prosperity into. So the 3 phases of building an online business are, let me just go over them again. I may have obfuscated them with all this talking. They are, first of all, package your passion. Secondly, promote those products. And then third, prosper with purpose. Think about how simple that really is. Yes, there are details you have to learn. There's things you have to know how to do to make it work. But you can find all that stuff out. There's a thing called the internet. There's rayedwards.com. There's lynda.com, for crying out loud. You can learn how to do anything on YouTube. So knowing how is not the thing that stands in your way. The thing that stands in your way is knowing it's possible and knowing why you're doing it. So until the next time, if you're watching this anywhere except rayedwards.com, I encourage you to go there and subscribe so you always get the updates to these videos and to my blog and my content and my podcast episodes, which is all free stuff that helps you do what we're talking about. And then leave a comment or press the share button or the like button or the thumbs up or whatever it is these days. I appreciate you so much, and I encourage you to go forward now and prosper with purpose.